Russia's Wagner mercenary group says its forces have begun withdrawing from the Ukrainian city of Bakhmut. The head of the group, Yevgeny Prigozhin, says its positions are being transferred to the Russian army. There's been no independent verification of the claim by Mr. Prigozhin. Meanwhile, the United States estimates that more than 20,000 Russians have been killed in eastern Ukraine since the start of the year, many of them fighting for Bakhmut, where street-to-street fighting continues. Our defence correspondent Jonathan Beale met a Ukrainian family who've paid a heavy price for the defence of the city.
In Ukraine, the funerals are as constant as the pounding of artillery. Each soldier's death a sacrifice for the nation, a family's loss. But few like this, an entire town in grief. For Maxim, a young man who gave his life for his brother. When war broke out last year, they joined the army together. Maxim was 22, Ivan just 18.
He was my best friend. All the time that we fought, we were in the same trench, in the same positions, in the same unit, in the same team. He was always with me, and I was with him. For me, this is a very dear person, not only by blood, but also by spirit, and in everything else.
This is where they were last alive together. Bakhmut, the place their mother now calls hell. This is them engaged in brutal house-to-house fighting, before a Russian shell landed right next to Ivan.
When I got hit, I was paralyzed. At that time, I felt like I couldn't do anything. I fell and felt something warm. Then I realized that I was bleeding heavily. Because I'd already experienced war, I knew that I wouldn't survive. But my brother didn't let me die. He saved me.
The graphic video of Ivan's injuries, still holding Ukraine's flag, soon went viral. Too dangerous for medics to enter the city, Maxim had pierced his brother's airway to stop him choking. He stayed by his side for the next 9 hours. When Ivan was finally rescued, Maxim chose to stay in Bakhmut to fight alongside his comrades. He was killed a week later by a Russian sniper. His act of self-sacrifice scant comfort for his mum.
Maxim had the opportunity to evacuate with the van, but due to the fact that his comrades remained there, he said that he would not leave them. He knew that he would never return from there. We still can't believe it. My soul has been ripped out. I have to live only for the fact that he saved his younger brother Ivan. I no longer have a soul and no more heart.
Maxim and Ivan were their only children. Ukraine won't say how many more have been killed or injured in this war. But the cost to this family and to this one small town, with yet more freshly dug graves, shows it's extremely hard to bear. Jonathan Beale, BBC News, Tomakivka.